Hi everybody, welcome to this pick a card reading. So this is gonna be a topic that I really wanted to do because I'm curious, So the topic of this reading is, what is your higher self like? What are the characteristics of your higher self? Especially compared to your regular self in this lifetime. Like, what's your higher self like? So we're gonna do this. Okay, so I'm trying to pick what order I want these in. Yeah. Okay, so pile number 1, you are going to be the pink candle. There we go. Finally. Pile number 1, you're the pink candle. Pile number 2, you're gonna be the yellow candle. Okay? And pile number 3, you're gonna be the purple candle. Okay, so let me just testing the microphone. I'm kind of scared. I don't know why. So, before I get into the reading, I am offering personal readings. I am offering 1 question readings. I'm offering 2 question readings, and I'm offering 3 question readings on my Etsy. Okay, and my Etsy handle is TheAllieStore. All one word, TheAllieStore. So if you can search it, that's great. If you would like the link, email me. My email is in the description. Okay, so yeah, and it's in the format of me doing a pre-recorded video, just like how I'm doing right now. Okay, and it's going to be an unlisted video just for only you to see. Okay, so yeah, if you're interested, you know what to do. Now let's get on with the reading. Okay, so pile number 1, if you chose the pink candle, let's get into it. What is your higher self like? Your higher self is bougie. Your higher self is very princess-like. Even if you're a guy, my readings are not gender specific unless I specify. Okay, so your higher self is very bougie. Okay, your higher self is also very beautiful, very pretty, I want to say. Okay, even if you're a guy. Okay, even if you're a guy. Let's see. What is your higher self like? Pile number 1. Your higher self is the kind of higher self that feels like royalty. Okay, your higher self doesn't want you to have to lift a finger, not lay a finger, lift a finger. Your higher self doesn't want to lift a finger. Okay, your higher self is the kind of being that doesn't want to have to get dirty when they do things. Okay, they're the kind of being that is almost prissy, kind of like it's giving me kind of like lapdog vibes, like spoiled lapdog vibes. Okay, your higher self, but it's not a bad thing. Okay, I just want to say none of these things are bad. It's our higher self, there's nothing. So let's see, what is your higher self like? Pile number 1. The thing about it is your higher self is very prudent is the word that's coming. Prudent. Your higher self doesn't like to entertain peasants. Okay. Your higher self is very much like, no, we don't talk to those kinds of people. Like, we don't we don't associate with those kinds of people. Like, your higher self is also the kind of being, metaphorically, that expects someone to lay their coat down in order for them not to get their feet wet, if that makes sense. Those instances shown in movies and shows where a guy puts his coat down for a woman to step on if there's like a puddle or something. I don't know. But it's really giving that. It's giving, I'm worth it. It's giving, I'm royalty. And it's giving, I don't entertain peasants. Okay. Pile number 1. Let's see what else comes through. What is your higher self like? Your higher self is very clean. Okay, there's this cleanliness. There's this, like, your higher self doesn't want to be contaminated. Okay, there's this, like, pristine, I want to say pristine vibe where your higher self does not. The reason why your higher self doesn't want to associate with quote unquote peasants is because they don't want to, they don't want to be, it's not contaminated, but like, I don't know how to describe this. They would have to clean themselves and they don't want to have to do that, okay? Like, they would have to spray some Febreze. They would have to they really don't like having to deal with lower vibrational people. And it's not even lower vibrational people, it's literally dirty people. Your higher self does not like dirty people. Okay. Let's see, what are things that your higher self does for you? Your higher self might make you take showers a lot. Like, if you get the urge to take a shower and it kind of doesn't make sense to take a shower, that's your higher self being like, get up, we're showering. Like, I'm not gonna have you be dirty. And you might not even really understand. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting like, yeah, it might not even make sense to shower, but your higher self values pristine cleanliness, okay? And that's why you get the urge to shower. But the thing is, it's a good thing, okay? I don't know, it's like, we are all versions. I don't know how to describe this. We are our higher selves in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are we're one. Okay, we're part of our higher selves. So it's not like your higher self is doing anything wrong. Your higher self is doing what your higher self does by trying to get you to shower and to be clean and not touch anything dirty. Oh my gosh, my cat. My cat is meowing. I don't know if you can hear that. Pile number 1. What is your higher self like? Like, your higher self keeps it moving, right? Like, your higher self kind of guides you to keep it pushing past certain people. Like, ew, no, don't even look at them. Like, let's keep going. I don't know. It's also giving, I don't want to say, yeah, it is giving Barbie vibes, or like, no, I don't want to say Barbie, but also plastic, like, in Mean Girls, like the plastics. Like, let's see, what does your higher self do for you? Like, what does your higher self do for you? Your higher self also tries to make you eat healthy. And like your higher self tries to make you keep up with your appearance somehow. Like your higher self tries to get you to look your best. Okay, that's what I want to say. Your higher self tries to get you to look your best because you have a reputation to uphold. Okay, there's this like royal reputation that your higher self has that they try to get you to uphold in your lifetime. Okay, and your higher self is very much like, what is it like, kind of like it's giving those what is it, you know, the Hunger Games. Effie. Effie from the Hunger Games. It's giving Effie from the Hunger Games, but the thing is, it's like if Effie were, what do you call them? Like coaches, like Hunger Game coaches, you know, those mentors or whatever. I think that's what you call it. Like if Effie was a mentor. Think about that. If Effie was a mentor. So let's see. What else about your higher self? What else is there to know about your higher self? Interesting things about your higher self. Again, with this whole like your higher self looks down on certain people. Sorry, I'm gonna let my cat in. Pile number 1, there is clearly a hierarchy here that your higher self is trying to maintain. Your higher self holds themselves in a very high regard. Okay, it's like it's giving like purebred or something like that, you know, like it's giving high value. It's like you don't touch me kind of vibes. Okay. That's what your higher self is giving. Let's see what else. Pile number 1, more things about your higher self. And if you hear that noise, it's my cat. She's being chaotic. Okay. There's also this like beauty is pain kind of vibe with your higher self. Like your higher self wants you to just, there's this price to pay to be like to look your best or feel your best. And it's like you have it, there's this, even if it's metaphorical, right? It's like squeezing into something tight because it looks flattering or something. Or there's this like your higher self like, I don't know, your higher self is okay with sacrificing comfort for beauty or for status or for reputation. And not in a, I don't want to say in a bad way. Like there's some sort of cost to being royalty, to being clean, to being beautiful, to beauty. There's some sort of cost, and your higher self is willing to pay that cost because beauty is more valuable to your higher self than laziness or comfort. Okay. And I'm sorry, guys, my cat is like doing something with my door. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Okay, let's see any last messages for you, pile number 1, about your higher self. If you get any sort of urge to work on your appearance or to exercise or to take care of your body, but mostly in relation to your appearance, I want to say, and your physique and your, if you have any sort of urge to enhance your appearance, it's your higher self. Okay, that was your pile number 1. thank you to you and thank you to your higher self. And if this resonated, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, go ahead and contact me or look up my Etsy. It's the TheAllieStore. I offer 1 questions, 2 questions, and 3 question readings. Okay. In the 2 question reading, it's, yeah. Anyways, you'll see the prices. So, anyways, yeah, pile number 1. That was your reading. I'm gonna move on to pile number 2. So, pile number 2. If you chose the yellow candle, let's see what your higher self is like. What is your higher self like? Your higher self is like a drill sergeant. That's right off the bat. That's what I'm getting. Your higher self. I'm also getting bee vibes. Bee vibes. I don't know, like your higher self is very much values, what is it? Getting work done, or let me get into this. So, oh my gosh, you know what I'm seeing in the Bee movie? Those oh my gosh, you know those big bees? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they're called jacker bees or something, or like, oh my god, they're the ones that go out of the hive, and they're the ones that go out and pollinate, and they're like super jacked. They're like super, they're jacked. They're wearing armor. They're kind of like soldiers. Okay, it's giving soldier vibe. Your higher self gives soldier vibes. Pile number 2. It also gives royal guard vibes. You know those like royal guards that just stand and it's like they just look straight forward and they're constantly focused and like alert, and no matter what anyone does to try to distract the palace guards, they can't, because yeah, they're militant. That's what I want to say, militant. Okay, your higher self is very militant, pile number 2. Let's see what else. What else is there about your higher self? Your higher self does what needs to be done, and then they get back to work. Your higher self deals with obstacles and distractions like, I don't know, it's kind of like pile number 1 of that one reading I did about what they love about you. It's like your higher self stays focused on the target, the goal, and anything else, it's literally just, it's nothing. It's nothing. Your higher self doesn't truly lose focus. Okay, so let's see what else. What is your higher self like? Okay, pile number 2. Your higher self might be the general of something. Okay, your higher self is like a general, some sort of general. Your higher self is the head of some sort of team. I don't even want to say team, but something. Okay, your higher self is the leader of some sort of group of, I want to say angels or something. Like, your higher self is like the boss of something. Okay, in the other realms, in the higher realms, your higher self is the general, the boss, the leader of something. Okay, like, okay, this is a very interesting message. other beings come to your higher self to report certain things. Your higher self is the one others come to report certain things, certain intel, I want to say. Like spies. Your higher self might have spies, okay? Or like secret agents working for them, okay? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there's something going on with that. Let's see. Pile number two's higher self. Yeah, there's something about your higher self having a very high spiritual ranking in the higher realms. Okay, I don't know why this hand gesture, the higher realms. Okay. And your higher self really does not play. Your higher self does not play around. Pile number two. Your higher self is very strict. Okay, there's a strictness about your higher self. There's a scariness about your higher self, but not in a bad way, just in a very authoritative way where if someone messes up, like, they're done for. You know, your higher self does not take any L's. Okay? It's off with their head. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, your higher self does not play. Let's see what else comes through. What is your higher self like? Pile number two. There's something interesting here going on. I don't like you, pile number two, and take this as it resonates. Everything that I've been describing about your higher self, you might be different than your higher self. Okay? You might be different from your higher self. You might even be incarnated in this lifetime to take a break. Like, I don't know, like, you're the version of your higher self that is kind of taking a vacation from all the work they're doing in the higher realms. Like, I don't know. So if everything I'm saying about your higher self, if that doesn't resonate with you, like if what I'm saying about your higher self does not describe you, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. It's because your higher self is working diligently. And then it's like you're kind of meant to take it a little easier. I don't know. Let's see. Pile number two. The reason is because your higher self does not need you specifically. Your higher self could give two F's about what you're up to. I don't know. This is gonna sound weird. But you don't really have anything to do with the mission that your higher self is currently on. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, cool. It's like sometimes your higher self checks in on you and they're like, oh yeah, cool, they're okay. And then they go off and I don't know. This sounds weird. This sounds woo woo, but it's like as long as you're okay, your higher self is like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get back to what I was doing. You're like the middle child for your higher self. Okay, I don't know, like, it's not a bad thing. Your higher self still cares about you, but it's kind of like, okay, you're getting your needs met. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, your higher self is like that. Okay, let's keep going. What did your higher self do for you, pile number 2? Sometimes your higher self shows you tough love. Your higher self gives you a little metaphorical slap if you're not doing something right. Your higher self shows you discipline because your higher self is a very disciplined being. And yeah, let's see. What does your higher self do for you, pile number 2? Your higher self doesn't really have mercy, okay? For you or for anybody, like your higher self is not the kind of being that shows mercy. Okay, let's see what else. What is your higher self like, pile number 2? Honestly, y'all, honestly, your higher self does not want me to continue this reading because it's like I already gave you everything. I already gave you all the information. It's really, that's it. I have things to do. So I really don't want to bug your higher self, pile number 2. I don't. I don't. So that's like all that I'm getting for you guys. And yeah, so I'm gonna end the reading there. That was interesting. So thank you, pal number 2. If this resonated, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, go ahead and contact me or search my Etsy. It's TheAllieStore. It's all one word. That's my Etsy shop name, TheAllieStore. Okay, if you would like either a 1 question, 2 question, or 3 question reading. Okay, so yeah, guys, I'm gonna move on to pile number 3 because honestly, I'm scared. I'm scared of your higher self, pile number 2. Okay, pile number 3. This is your reading. If you chose the purple candle, this is your reading. What is your higher self like? Your higher self might be mermaid like or siren like. Your higher self might be a goddess. Pile number 3. Your higher self has a really beautiful voice. Your higher self has a very soft touch. Your higher self is a celebrity in the spirit realm. Like, if anyone got to interact with your higher self, they'd be like, oh my god, she said hi to me. Like, oh my god, oh, she touched me. Oh my god. It's like, people, like, not people, but like, there's a lot of fangirling that happens about your higher self in the higher realms, pile number 3. There is something very magnetic and godlike about your higher self. Your higher self might actually be a god or goddess of some sort. Your higher self is on a level of their own, okay? Very mystical, very otherworldly, of course, otherworldly, but let's see what else. Pile number 3 about your higher self. What is your higher self like? It's like your higher self has a really, really beautiful voice, whether it's a, whatever gender, right? Your higher self is. But it's also very commanding, but also very hypnotizing, okay? Your higher self is somewhat of an enigma. Your higher self is very hypnotizing. Your higher self hypnotizes people. Okay. When anyone I feel like I'm really lightheaded right now, and it's like your higher self has the ability to put whoever is in their presence in a trance. It's like under a spell. Your higher self puts spells on people and other beings, even. It's like your higher self is in a world of their own. Okay, it's not that they have created, they have a world of their own, and it's like anyone who steps foot in that world, everything they thought they knew is out the window, and they're instantly in a trance. It's like laughing gas, except not, it's like the atmosphere, pile number 3. Your higher self has an atmosphere that no one can fight. No one can fight against this atmosphere. As soon as it touches them, their weapons drop. Your higher self is very disarming. Your higher self disarms other beings and other people without having to do anything due to your higher self's atmosphere. And I want to say clouds like a mist, or like a fog, or like a steam surrounds your higher self. And this steam, this fog is intoxicating. It's intoxicating. Let's see what else. Pile number 3. What is your higher self like? If your higher self were to be compared to a celebrity, it would be Beyonce. Okay. It would be Beyonce. That's all I'm gonna say. So, what else? Pile number 3. What is your higher self like? No, the thing is, your higher self cannot be defined. But your higher self is actually extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. And your higher self does not care to define themselves at all, because they are, I don't know how to describe this. They are something else. Okay, they're something else. They don't have to define themselves. There's something just very magnetic, very alluring, almost dangerously alluring and hypnotizing about your higher self, pile number 3. Oh my gosh. Let me tap more into this. Pile number 3. Your higher self is actually very sexy. Or should I say schmexy? Pile number 3, your higher self is very schmexy. very seductive. Your higher self is very seductive. It's giving siren energy, but it's not it's your higher self is not just a siren. Your higher self has siren qualities, but your higher self is not just a siren. Your higher self is a secret agent of some sorts. I'm getting, what is it? Like not an assassin, but I am kind of getting assassin vibes where, you know what? I'm getting Scarlett Johansson. What is it? Scarlett Johansson, she's played, roles like that, not just Black Widow, or she's played other roles, other badass roles, you know what I'm saying? But like sexy, like schmexy assassin vibes. Where it's like, you don't even have to try. You are dangerous in the way that you are seductive. You are dangerously seductive, and that is like your higher self's like superpower. Okay? So what does your higher self do for you? Oh, your higher self, as seductive as they are, your higher self does do some damage without really even trying to the people who do you wrong. Pile number 3. Without you even really knowing it, your higher self, oh my gosh, there's this, it's also giving Maleficent, okay? I don't know why I'm getting all these dark feminine figures, okay? Even if you're a guy, okay? Even if you're a guy, I'm sorry, but I am getting very feminine energy here. But even though my readings are not gender specific, I am just getting a lot of feminine energy here. And you can take this as it resonates. If you're a guy who chose this reading, and just take it how it resonates, okay? Your higher self, even if they're a guy, could also be dangerously seductive, okay? So, the thing about it is, like, your higher self does not play about you. Your higher self has actually, I don't want to say an evil side, but they will find joy in messing with someone's life somehow who has done you wrong. Oh my gosh, my cat, guys. I'm hearing your higher self doing this evil, schmexy laugh. Your higher self does not mind doing like devilish things, okay? Like, your higher self will go that low and will dominate. Like, I don't know. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm just hearing your higher self laugh about giving someone karma, or like, whoever does you wrong, your higher self will do something about it. And it might even seem evil, the things they do to people who have done you wrong. But that's just them. And they're like, I can do it, like, I can, it's just so easy for me to just flick and ruin someone's life. Just like that. Just with this, like, just like that. And I don't know, your higher self doesn't have any shame about that. Again, I don't know, I'm just hearing them laugh. this little seductive, evil laugh your higher self has. They have no shame in that. They kind of like it. They kind of like getting the chance to, like, inflict some sort of damage on people's lives. I don't know. They kind of find joy in giving people their karma. Okay, pile number 3. Let me see. What else? Pile number 3. What does your higher self do for you? Your higher self is very indulgent. Your higher self, you know what it's also giving me? Gosh, what is her name from Devil Wears Prada? It's the boss from Devil Wears Prada. It's Meryl Streep, I believe. I think it's Meryl Streep from Devil Wears Prada. And she's like, don't be silly. They all want to be us, you know? And it's like, your higher self is very, what's the word? I don't know the word, pile number 3. There's no way to really define your higher self other than she or he or they are kind of an evil genius, but they're also extremely schmexy and seductive and alluring and hypnotizing at the same time. And that's it. Let me see if I can get any last messages, because, like, this really is interesting. No one can resist your higher self. That's the thing. Your higher self is actually dangerously powerful in the way that they can seduce anything and anyone. No one can resist your higher self. Absolutely no one. Your higher self is very powerful, and your higher self can ruin anybody's life if they wanted to. For fun. This sounds crazy, but, like, yeah. I don't want to leave it at that. I kind of want to have a positive message. Your higher self is very schmex positive. That's what I want to say as well. Your higher self is very schmex positive. It's giving very dark, feminine energy. Very seductive. Okay. Let me just think of more. Pile number 3. What is your higher self like? Your higher self really likes to have fun. Again, with the indulgence, your higher self really likes to indulge. I'm seeing them eat a cherry and really, like, like, I don't know, there's just something very tasty. Your higher self loves to taste, okay? And, yes, your higher self is very magical, very, I don't even want to say witchy, but yes, it's giving evil witch, but not only evil witch, like schmexy evil witch vibes. Okay. So yeah, pile number 3, that was your reading. That was your reading. yeah, if this resonated with you, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, okay? And if you would like a personal reading, check out my Etsy. Either email me for the link or search it. My handle is TheAllieStore, and it's all one word, TheAllieStore. That's my Etsy handle. Sorry, I have to burp. Okay. And I offer 1 question, 2 question, and 3 question readings. Okay. So, yes, guys, I hope you liked this. This was a very interesting and enlightening reading. Let me know what you think. And bye, guys.